Forrest Gump's mama was right. Stupid is as stupid does. And this is a postscript discussion of the Dima versus Florida case. This is a postscript video, and it looks at the ultimate result of a trial, and it looks at why the jury may have decided the way they did and what to make of it. It's complete opinion, all my opinion, and that doesn't make it right. It just makes it my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. Let's get started.
Everybody may be seated. Members of the jury, I'm told that you reached a verdict. Is that correct? Can the foreperson hand it to the bailiff? I take a look at it next to make sure that it's executed, signed, and dated, etc. And then I'll hand it to the clerk. Can you please hand this to the clerk? And the clerk is going to publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 12th Judicial Circuit in Forest County, Florida, State of Florida versus Dima Tower, case number 2023 CF 8812 NC. Verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count one, victim Jennifer Tower. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged. We, the jury, find as follows as to count two, victim Wabi Tower. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged. We, the jury, find as follows as to count three. The defendant is guilty of fleeing to elude a law enforcement officer as charged. So, freely all this 14th day of November 2025, signed Forbes.
There are just some people who believe that they are such good BS artists that they can serve up the slices of that bologna in such a way as to convince anybody that they're right. And there are other people who believe that just telling their story, if people just hear their story, well, they'll understand why something had to happen. They're both forms of delusion. And when you are wrapped up, when it's your fat in the fire, when it's your skin in the game, you're the person who's got to either go to prison or stay out of prison, sometimes you have zero objectivity about your abilities. And that's the reason why you hire a lawyer. You hire a lawyer because they are objective. They know what kind of defense will work and what kind will not. And if I was involved in a criminal enterprise and got arrested, I would want a lawyer, and I am a lawyer. I would want somebody else because I would know that I am way too close. And that's why doctors don't diagnose themselves. The reason they don't is because, again, they have no objectivity. And for doctors, there's also this whole thing of, well, it's probably just indigestion. And of course, 5 minutes later, their heart stops. So there are certain reasons why objectivity is a really good thing, particularly in the area of healthcare and in the area of law. The issue in this case, from the get-go, was premeditation. And premeditation is unique in the law in that it just means you have to have done this after adequate time for reflection. Cool, adequate reflection. So if somebody smacks you in the nose and you stop and you think, no man is going to offend me with impunity, and you pull out a bazooka and take care of that fellow, that time where you thought, nobody's going to hurt me, that's cool reflection, that's premeditation. You don't have to have a plan in place for 6 months to be considered premeditated. All you have to do is have cool reflection, the ability to think about what you're going to do and then do it. And I thought it was pretty clear from the evidence. There were so many different acts that indicated premeditation, including following his mom to the neighbor's house and dragging her back, including attacking them while they slept, including sitting out in his car for 30 minutes before he went in, because, again, he wanted to make sure they were asleep. And then consciousness of guilt, where he gets in the car and leads the police on a 30-mile chase. All of those things, when you put all of them together, sort of defeats the whole idea that he didn't think about this and plan this out. And so when he got I wouldn't say a gift, but when he got the opportunity to put Dima on the stand, the lawyer asked him, did you have a plan? No, I didn't have a plan. Okay, that right there would get him the instruction on manslaughter, because you're not supposed to get an instruction that you don't have evidence to support. If there's evidence to support it, you get it, and now there's evidence to support it, except that on cross-examination, he indicated that he did think about it in the car before he went in. And of course, he had to think about it because he got a knife out of the knife block before he went to go do the dirty deed. And when you're selecting the weapon, that's cool premeditation, cool reflection. What am I going to use this knife for? Oh, yeah, I remember. I thought they would have been better off to work out some kind of plea bargain, but apparently, media reports suggest that the defense offered a plea bargain and the state said, nope, we're going to trial. And of course, the state has the right to do that just the way the defendant does. And I think it was smart because it did indeed get them life in prison. Well, I mean, that's the only thing that he can be sentenced to at this point, because he's over the age of 18. He's not a minor. He can be sentenced to life without parole. And for murder one in Florida, that's it. You get life, period. And life in Florida means life. You don't get out, ever. Unless you're pardoned, I guess. So, to me, this is the testimony that sealed the deal for Mr. Tower.
When you were sitting out in your car before you went into the house on the night of August 31st, did you decide to kill your parents before you walked in?
Yes.
He gave truthful testimony there, but it undercut the defense that his defense counsel had put forth. And in spite of that, the defense continued to argue in closing that, it was not premeditated. But I think that testimony hurt him a lot. And of course, the general tenor of his testimony, take, for example, these clips.
You made Jennifer and Robbie's life in their home a living hell, didn't you, Mr. Tower?
Again, there was a lot that went on.
Yes.
Yes, but
Yes.
some adults don't know how to be parents. Yes.
You made their life a living
Yeah,
hell.
no, I didn't. There's some adults don't know how to be parents. You don't know what you're talking about.
In fact,
I came from a harsh environment.
many people come from a harsh environment.
Yeah, but
and they don't
gotta
feel
know
their
you gotta
parents.
know how to treat those people correctly so they grow up properly.
Yeah, so how do you need to be treated?
I have been treated. It's too late for that. I'm adult now. But you're talking as if you don't know how to be a parent and you don't know what it takes.
Did you carry the knife with you to lead Jennifer back in?
I did.
You did or did not? I can't understand.
I said I did.
You did. You took the knife with you to go out and find the person that adopted you.
Yes, I was temporarily insane, as I said.
Temporarily insane.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Members of the jury, I'm going to ask that you strike that last response. There is no insanity defense. There is no evidence presented in this trial to insanity. So I will just order that you not receive that answer. It's irrelevant, not permissible during this trial. Okay? Please ask your next question.
I don't remember.
Okay. Why did you ask your mother to go back inside the house?
Brought her off the street. I don't know.
Because you wanted to kill her, didn't you? Did you hear the doctor talk about how many times you stabbed your mother, Jennifer Towers, the person that you say is not your mother? How many times did you stab her?
You're talking to someone who has no understanding.
You don't understand that question?
No, you don't understand what you're saying.
How many times did you stab your mother?
I didn't know.
More than once?
Yeah, more than once. I don't know how many times.
More than twice?
You've seen how many times. So we were all in here. You've seen it.
because these members of the jury have a right to hear what you have to say.
Objection, Your Honor.
They don't hear what I say because I'm not allowed to say.
Let's not have an argument between you and the witness, okay? Let's ask your next question, please.
These jurors are not
Did
allowed to
you-
what I have to say.
Hold on. Mr. Tower, you need to wait until the question is finished and then answer the question that's asked of you, okay? Please ask your next question.
Thank you.
I think the general tenor also cooked his goose. After seeing that testimony, it's pretty clear, pretty easy to understand why the jury went the way that it went with this verdict. And somebody asked the question, is this justice for the victims? Well, the victims are never going to have justice. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here today. If you have the opportunity today, try to do one kind thing to help somebody else. Any kind thing will do. Buy somebody a Coke, get them a cup of coffee. Anything that makes their day better, that would be a way to help make the world a better place. Because after all, isn't that what we're all after? Now, YouTube has a few things that they think you might be interested in, and they're going to be showing you that right up there.